Full Court Press, sponsored by Advanced Orthopedics Leland.
Some schools moved up their basketball games just in case the forecast would impact travel, but most were like us Midwesterners and said, it's not going to be that bad, right? Which is good news for us because we actually get to have a show. Welcome to Full Court Press. I'm Colton Emsweiler. He is Clint Webb. And while the weather outside is frightful, high school hoops action has been delightful.
Oh, love the play on words, Colton. As a Northerner, you are used to all this cold weather and snow, but as lifelong North Carolinian, I am used to hot basketball action. And tonight we have plenty of that. While some schools did move their games, we have a full slate of high-octane hoops tonight with Hoggard and Laney, going to Laney, and New Hanover visiting Ashley. There's a lot on the line in the conference, Colton. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Yeah. And as you alluded to, the first major rematch of the season, Laney knocking off Hoggard on the road a few weeks back. We're talking about the boys. Now the Bucks get them at home, but the Vikes have been rolling as of late. The home side actually dropped one earlier this week. What a way to head into the weekend if they can get a monster sweep of their rival. Physical game early on, pass off the spin move, and Lucas Batchelor was golden. Gets it to fall with the and one. He's fired up after that.
Grown man strength. Check
Check out the end of the first. Whitlam drives in for an easy layup. He and everyone else heads the other way. Vikes from three-quarter courts. Ooh! He almost made that too. Perhaps momentum swinging. Watch Kareem Anderson with the steal. You know what he's thinking. Fight slam and jamma. Oh my goodness, making sure that screen could reach Shipyard Boulevard, but Hoggard's having none of that. How about a second Batchelor? The more the merrier, increases your chances. Vikes inching closer to their revenge, and Will Seward makes sure that they get it. Pull up three, that falls true. Hoggard wins the rematch, 73-63 the final.
It means a lot. We lost to them first time by a decent amount, and then we came back and then got a win here in their place. We practiced really hard, or we've been practicing really hard, much harder than we've been, and then that just got us the win.
Boy, now up for the girls matchup. One that's somewhat under the radar despite featuring the top two teams in the Carolina Coast. But let's start it off with a little bit of spice. A regular on our show, number 13, Julia Pepper, from the corner, and bang, bang. Once she gets her feet set, Colton, she is lethal.
Julia Stella.
To continue the three show, this time starring AK Chance. It all starts with the vision on the inbound from Shivers. And the ladies, they're lighting it up tonight. Just look at this ball movement, y'all. This is textbook basketball. The Vikings working around the perimeter to Ella Jones, and she says, go to your home ball, as she drops the three. Then, Hoggard finds the X on the map tonight. Final score, Vikes win, 54-23.
A couple of technical difficulties there, unfortunately. That was supposed to be Ella Jones there. We had such great action already. Let's see if that one's going to carry over, because still ahead, there was tons more action within Wilmington City proper. Ashley, WCA, CFA, and more all at home this evening. That and more when Full Court Press returns.
Full Court Press, sponsored by Advanced Orthopedics Leland.
Welcome back to Full Court Press, everyone. Colton Emsweiler, he's the real star of our show. Clint Webb, you know you are, don't deny it. For just the second and final time this year, all four New Hanover County schools were facing each other, and that second half has a game that can go either way, Clint.
Yeah, it really does. So before the snow hits, the Wildcats cruise down Carolina Beach Road to take on the Screaming Eagles. Ashley got the best of the Cats last time and is looking to break their two-game losing streak, while New Hanover is ahead of them in the standings and looking to make it 3 in a row. Two teams fairly even in many ways, meeting on the south side. Eagles looking to flap their wings and sweep the Wildcats. The Wildcats with some great passing down low, and it pays off. 21 Smith, the lucky recipient for two. We call her name a lot. New Hanover again, and Smith again. This time she fights through two defenders, and the bake is open late, and she drops more than the bucket. Ashley isn't going away though. Star sophomore 13, Gardner, takes on two, maybe three defenders, gets free, and drains the lefty elbow jumper. I can't believe she's only a sophomore. She is so good.
She is.
But Ashley isn't done. Bentley, number 14, gets the pass, splits the defender, can't get it to fall, but gets her own board and stick back. The Screaming Eagles complete the comeback and take the W. Ashley wins 41-39.
We believed in each other, we executed and played together, and we just worked hard. I was nervous, but like I knew we had it, and we just kept fighting and just believed in each other.
They beat Laney by 2 earlier in the year as well.
Right.
Now for the boys, just an objective fact, New Hanover entered first place. Ashley, last place in the CCC. Jazeera Wright McGee playing catch, and then a missile from center field, baseball catch we're talking about. That's good for 14 orange. That's my favorite color. It's the same as Cheetos, but I'm guessing those aren't part of Quincy Waddell's diet. Crunchy Puffs, doesn't matter. Only thing that does is that the Wildcats dominated 74-38, and no, flaming hot is an abomination. Get that stuff out of here.
Hey, these are my boys on and off the court. I be around these boys sometimes more than family, so it's like we always around each other. We eat around each other, play basketball around each other, just live around each other, go to school together, so that connection really just there with all of us.
East hosting West Columbus. Gator girls leading the Carolina Conference. Like this game, the highlight is dominated by Malia Graham and the Gators. Graham works her way down to the baseline through 4 defenders for the deuce. This time, Malia shows off the skills by bringing the ball full court, and no one even challenges her. As I said, straight domination. Final score, East Columbus, 56-6.
Yikes.
6.
Let's go a step further. Vikings 1, Gators 2 in the boys standings. Jameer Hudson with the breakaway. That's good as West slows down looking for answers. They wouldn't find them. Too much bite from the home side. Tyron Keaton embraces the contact for the finish as East Columbus wins 53-43. That's a good way to end that. Of course, all the focus has to go to Hoggard,
For sure.
especially that boys game. 10-point victory, that's really, really good. It was single digits when Laney beat them. And obviously, next Friday, we have New Hanover going to Hoggard in another must-see matchup.
Yeah, that one's going to be a good one. But tonight, Hoggard took care of Laney. I mean, we were all wondering. We knew it was going to be the game of the week, and they delivered, man. I mean, those boys just play so hard.
And then the Hoggard girls obviously dominating, 5 years strong.
Like, it's crazy.
And they just rain them from downtown. That's why that highlight was nothing but threes. It was nothing else.
Yeah, it was all threes, and it all starts with Shivers, best passer in the league. I said it once. I'll say it many times.
Absolutely. Now, before we get to these next games, a bit of background. We have a rematch of last year's NCCSA girls basketball game, depending on who you ask. Wilmington Christian Academy won that contest over Wilson Christian, but the Patriots actually needed to vacate their title. Tonight, however, a chance to leave no doubt over who should have gotten that crown, which technically nobody has, I guess. A game with a lot of personal feelings tied to it. The ladies know what's at stake as they prepare for another deep playoff run. Double up, 20-40. Lauren Steinhauer hits Emily Bloom, a good metaphor given the lead just grew. Now some more action underneath the hoop this time. A miss is kept inbounds by Steinhauer. She hands it off to Ava Gray. Bucket good, and the foul. Lucky number 13 strikes again, at least when she isn't wearing 25 for some reason. As funny as that is, so is 24. Mallory Deutsch reigns one in as the Pats reign supreme. This should let Wilson know who the champs are. WCA wins 36-19.
Well, I feel like it definitely proves the way we played them prior in the championship last year. So winning this game is definitely like we meant business and we mean it this year as well.
Yeah, those girls mean business, Colton. Now for the boys, not as many unique storylines, but history will always remember the winner of this contest. Coach's son, Reese Davies, wide open in the corner, set, drains the three. WCE boys are really taking advantage of the wide open shots. Next possession, ball gets poked away, but Pats get it. It's number 1, Kingston Rupert threads the needle and finds 25, Harrison Skinner off the board for 2, and Pat's at it again. Same corner, Parker Brown. This time he misses, but who's there? Yep, you guessed it. Davies with the offensive board and stick back. Pat's too much, 68-17.
Why didn't anyone tell us the CFA girls were 17-2 this year? Hurricanes are so good, they might force John Paul II to say a prayer. Oof. Millie Kelly weighs her options, decides she's a 10 out of 10. Pops, locks, drops. Good from downtown is the senior captain. Now for the out-of-bounds play. Kelly receives. She starts driving in, but it's a red herring. She dumps it off to Emma Gibbs for 2, and another win for CFA. 64-40 the final.
And that was pretty slick. CFA boys have won a lot too, due in part to their being 27th game of the season. The band is jamming. Let's see if the Hurricanes can join them. 13, Milos with the thievery and takes it up and under for the bucket. Hurricanes starting off real strong, but not done. Cape Fear working the ball around the outside, finding their captain, 6'7", Alex Wolf, who knows how to finish. Cape Fear boys, too much tonight. Final score, CFA 59-28.
That's just his height. No need to make a TikTok. Well, with so much going on and plenty more to come, we don't want to go to commercial, but we have to pay the bills somehow.
Yeah, gotta pay the bills.
But first, our latest look at the Vine Dresser Cup by WWAY. These are the latest girls basketball standings after tonight's action in the Carolina Coast. Hoggard remaining undefeated 5 years running, but who's counting?
Yeah,
They are. And us. Laney lost, however. Actually, their loss propels Topsail into second place after their win last night. And Ashley, knocking off New Hanover, pushes the Eagles even with the Wildcats. Make sure to check back regularly, both on air and online, to see who is in charge.
Full Court Press, sponsored by Advanced Orthopedics Leland.
Not sure why UNCW women's basketball has had a long stretch of games on Friday nights, but we're not complaining.
No, we like it.
That's just more content to throw in the final block.
Right.
The Seahawks on a 7-game skid as they take on Hampton. Make it 8.
Yeah.
The Pirates walk out of Wilmington with a 60-48 win. Going to be a tough stretch going forward, and that is saying something for UNCW. 6 of their last 9 are on the road.
And this should come as no surprise to anybody. Rory Cox had a monster game. Check this stat line out, y'all. 13 points, 13 boards, 3 dimes. Next up for the Seahawks is supposed to be Sunday at William & Mary.
How is this the grad student's only year in Division I?
Crazy.
She's better than that.
Crazy.
And tonight we're asking, would you drive through a blizzard to attend a sporting event? 50-50 right down the middle. You want to chime in, scan the QR code on your screen or visit our website. Now, I actually have, Clint. This was back in Wisconsin, trying to attend a high school playoff basketball game. It was over an hour away, but unfortunately, they postponed it without notifying us.
Jeez.
So my supervisor at the time was not happy that we had such a labor and gas expense for absolutely nothing.
I definitely would. I mean, we talked about this before the show. Like, very select sports moments that I would drive for, and that's it.
All right. Now, what would you say is the most extreme weather you've ever driven in?
Probably on the way to Texas during Thanksgiving break, we had to pull over. The rain was so hard I couldn't even see.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, but that's going to do it for us. Thank you for tuning into another installment of Full Court Press. Make sure to stay warm and safe on the roads, and make sure to stay tuned into WWAY for the latest updates on weather throughout the weekend. We only want to share positive news, just like this program does. With Clint Webb, I'm Colton Emsweiler. Here's some of the best plays of the evening. See you next Friday at 11, and good night, Cape Fear.